Hello for everyone. Today I'd like to do something interesting because sometimes I'd like to make some challenges for me, like an artist, and all my videos, as you see before, I was creating some architectural visualizations, some real references, photo images, but no. I'd like to use some painting as my reference and just recreate it and remaster in Blender. So today we will make a one Gogh. This is it's called Terrace. Let me see, a cafe terrace at night. So this is very popular painting. So I'd like to recreate it today. Uh, and I don't know to do it in cycles or Eevee. Let me see first. Firstly, I'd like to model it. So as always, I'll go to FSPY. I In previous lessons, I explained a lot of how to use FSPY. So today I don't want to stop too much on this point. So just the idea is to build the same frame, the same perspective. So now I'd like to open my image where I have my reference. Just drag and drop this image. So now we need to recreate our perspective. So I will do this now. As always, just follow some perspective lines that I see. For example, this one. Uh, Also, I need to follow some y-axis, but as I see, mm, I need to change. I need to make this one x like x, and this one like y. Okay, in the beginning, I will paste here. I think. The idea is just to show some two directions to point our perspective correctly. But as we see, we have only y in the front because x will be horizontal. But anyway, we need to make it exactly. So yeah. So let me check perspective. Mm-hmm. Let me do it more better. Mm, Maybe I will use this one also, like these buildings. Okay, so it will be beginning of our frame. It's okay. Mm, yeah, something like this. So let me use some base distance as a reference distance. So it will be our z axis, and we need to point this distance here. So we know that door always have something like 2.3 meters, 2.5 sometimes. Here we can see it very big. So I think that we should use something like 3 meters. It will be okay for this situation because people obviously will be very. This door is much bigger than people, so I think it's 3 meters will be okay, and I will just save this like a file, like a FSPY file. So let me save this, and I will call it pen. And okay, let's return to Blender and import this FSPY file. I also explained how to use FSPY like an add-on. So okay, so what we have our camera, we have correctly perspective. Now, if we will create some cube, for example, it will be created in the zero, and the idea is if we will make this here, then we will see it correctly. But as I see, our vertical perspective is not correct. So let me return to FSPY. I will also use the second, let me see. Maybe I will use the Z because X we don't see very well, but Z we see very clearly, so we can use this better. Something like this. No. Okay, so yeah, now it's much better. So let me save it again, but let me check this distance. Is it correct? From the beginning to the top. Yeah, and file save again. Let me open again. File import. Where it is FSPY. And yeah, let me check again. Let's create some cube. And the idea is like now we should have better Z. Yeah, now it's better. Okay, so let me save this file. So we have some beautiful beginning, very beautiful base, and we can work with it now. So just let's start. I will delete this cube. Let's create some plane, paste it in the beginning like I showed. And let's start, for example, from our road. From our road, extend it more like this, and more close to the camera. Yeah, maybe too much. Yeah. Okay. Now, what's next? I see we can make it more and extend here more. Okay. Maybe here it will be more down. So yes, let's create this wood platform. This will be ground. Now let's create this wood platform. I will just copy this one, separate it and make smaller. Okay. Yeah. It seems that we need also extend road. Yeah. Now we can extrude it down. We can see some steps. I think I can create this step. It's okay. Just extrude it more. And now I see I need to put my ground more down. And yeah. Now it's better. Also, I can shift this more here. Yes, this one I need to invert polygon, so I will just go to mode, edit mode, and let me close this. And just let me open the screencast to show my hotkeys. Now I will just invert normals. Okay, what's next? We can create this wall and this door in the front, so just let's copy this polygon, invert it, separate like other mesh, extend it more, and also here. here we can see that it's turned, and I should split it like this. Yes. Let me create also the mesh of this roof. I want also to do this now. And we can see that our perspective is not very good, and it's because of this painting. I'm sure that it's not so realistic. So the problem is not because I created a very bad perspective, but because of this composition that it's impossible in real life. So we can just match it and make it fake, and it will be okay. So let me do this now. Let me firstly do this like this. So I will just separate this line for different object. I will call this wall and set correct name. This will be platform, and this will be roof, but our fake roof, because of this, as we see it's like arc, so we can make some subdivisions and put it more down, because obviously it have not a rect form, things like this. Not too much, but like this. And now we can extrude it down. Yeah. Okay, so it will be a roof. I will call this roof. A fake roof, let's call it. Yes, it's not rect, but not important. Okay. What's next? Next, I need to create this door. Need to split it here and make extrude. Yeah. Maybe not everywhere, only here. Okay. Also, we can see here also one more, and it's not perfect. Okay, it's not a problem. We can do this. Not perfect. It's not important. It's painting. Here we can see also the door, and I will do it like this. Yeah. So just make extrude, and it's okay. Now we can focus, for example, um, on these buildings on the side. So it's also not too difficult to create them. We can use these 3 edges, extrude them, invert, and we are close to the same perspective, same composition. That's the idea of this video, to make something interesting and fast, not waste too much time to create something complicated, different, difficult. So yeah. Okay. Let's delete two polygons. This also we can delete. Here I can make it like this and just weld by distance, merge by distance. Okay. Well, also we need to create this. I don't know why it's like that. It's look like that. Maybe here we need to do it more bigger. Let's do this just like this. Yeah. Okay. So here we need to extend this wall. I'm pretty sure. And we can make like that. Just to close this area to not make some holes for the lighting, something like this. I think it's pretty good base to work with it. And what's next? What's next? Let me set the name of this. It will be buildings, back buildings. This is wall, roof, ground, platform. Great. Great. I will start from the front object. So here I will start with the door, with the frame. Like this. I don't know why here it looks more down, and the problem can be in the perspective. The problem can be in the perspective, so let me see. This is 0. Yeah, we need to switch it. We need to switch it. I will just select everything and make it this. This way I need to correct a little bit this. Sorry, I didn't see this, so let me correct this now. Yeah. This part we need to rise up. Okay, now better. But yeah, now it's better. This part also shift. Okay, I'll delete this part of the door. I don't like this. Extend also ground more. Correct door position. Mm, like this. Mm, mm, okay. I don't think it's very big problem with this door. Don't want to waste time too much with this, so can just match better perspective, and I'm sure it will be okay. Now it's not the key to this render, so I will don't stop too much on that. Just will follow better other important points. For example, here it's lighting, it's colors, it's composition. Yeah. So let me create door. Let me create door. I will just use this edge, extrude it, separate, and build other part of the door. And just with this edge. Yeah. Extrude. You can see also some interesting part here. I'll little bit weight it more down, but like this. Invert normals, don't forget. And something like this. Yeah. And here you can see some crown, and we need to work a little bit with the shape of this crown. Not so difficult. Yeah. Something like this, it's okay, but not too big. Yeah. And I'd like extend it more to the to inside. This also. Just like that. Yeah. And here we will have door. I'll delete this polygon, or I will keep it but move it more in the front. Make some small room just to recreate some lighting as we see here. But also we need some door anyway, we need some doors. So let me create this door just by copy this polygon. But we need to make some inset. Make some inset and separate it. Separate, create some frame. Make an inset, make some extrude, and again inset, again extrude. Or better, I will make Y. Now I can do some two additional loops. or three. I don't remember. No, two. We need two. So two additional loops and make, now we can make inset, but like individual, and now again inset. Okay, we have door. I'd like to separate it also. Okay, let's call it door. It will be door frame. Yeah. What's next? I see some. I see some loops on the ground here. So let me create these loops. Don't know what is that, but I will just do it like this and make a little bit bevel, small bevel, extrude, some small extrude, so like this. Okay, what's next? We can see some separate part of this building, so here you can see some shop or something like this. We can focus on this now. So here we have some windows. Let me create this window here. Like this. And one more here. And some small window we can make. So just extrude, right? Let me see on the shape, so you need to follow this logic of these windows, and I will create the same. Okay. Make also insets, extrude, and yeah. Here I can make something like this. Just simple extrude more, like we have some additional details on this part of building, and it's okay. It's okay to do some things of that because we need some extra details, not just simple flat wall. And this the idea that we can do this with some inset, some extrudes. So I will do this because I will put here other materials. So just inset and scale S, Alt S, and auto smooth, but we can put some 15 degrees. So basically have something like this. And up we also have some, oops, and up we can see additional buildings, and we can do additional windows, sorry. We can do them just with additional loops and additional loops, yeah. So basically just select them and make Control B, but deselect these parts. I don't want to make them here. Yeah. So just create, oops. Okay. And this one we need to also, sorry. We'll move this part more down, create new one. Yeah, and now we can make some Control B and have some windows, but I will choose only in the parts we need. For example, some random parts. I don't want windows everywhere. So something like this. Here. Here we also have some additional building. Why I don't want to make them here, I don't know. So let me work with it also. Here we also have some additional window. Okay. So yeah. Working with everything that we have. So yeah, we can extrude it. Maybe I will extrude everything, but make emission only on this selected. It will looks more natural, more logic than, for example, only some of them. So just make extrude inside and subdivide, inset, extrude again, and we have some windows. Very good. Here up we also have some windows, and let's create them. I also have some hole here. I don't know, is it hole or not? Looks like yes. But I don't want to create this hole. Maybe I will do it other way. Anyway, we need create these windows up. It looks very strange, but let me correct it. Okay. They look very strange. I don't know why these windows are like that, but let's follow this crazy logic. Uh, it's 3D, so don't worry. One more here. Okay, extruded again, but here we will don't see them. Just extrude and no more. But we will need some doors for these windows, and for that I will just copy this, for example, this polygon, this edge, sorry, extrude it, invert normals. Now I can make some inset, make bridge, for example, and copy this polygon and make like this. Now copy again, copy these two polygons again, just multiply them. I know I can do this with array. I don't want to waste time for this array modifier. I will just do like this, because for array I should separate it, but I want to waste time. So yes, so now just need separated for this. Yeah, now I will control I, extrude it, recalculate, and now we have some door. Only I will switch rotation origin here to be able to rotate it correctly, like this. Maybe put it more down. Now we can copy it, rotate like this. Here we can see it's more up. Don't know why, but why not? Copy again for this window. Yeah, but put it more down. Yeah. This one I will also copy. Maybe it's a little bit boring now, but after the finished modeling, it will be more interesting when I will start to do lighting. And I'm waiting for this because yeah, it's a little bit boring to model everything, all these details. We can see some also some additional window or what here. So just make like something like this, copy, extrude this. Yeah. What's next? What's next? This door I should create, but how it looks like? It looks like two parts, and only here we can see some windows. Here I'll do something like this. Yeah. Okay, here I can see some tunnel. So let me do this. Let me do this tunnel. Just from simple box. Yeah. And delete this face. Extrude it and push it more forward. Delete this polygon. Yeah. It's okay. So yeah, so we created very beautiful base. I'm pretty sure it's ready for lighting, some basic lighting that we have here. But let me finish some parts before. I will just make some close lighting, something similar, and not waste too much time. As I said before, I'd like to create it in Eevee because I want to learn how to work with Eevee. So I need some practice, and I'm pretty sure it will be interesting for you. So the idea is to use Eevee. So let me see how my lighting looks now. Let me go to the shader editor, and here I will open my image editor and my image that I'm using like reference. And here I will just go to shader editor and to the world settings, and let me erase it. I will use simple black background and some color like this, like my sky. Yeah, but I will separate it by my uh, light path node. So basically, when we're using light path, we can separate two different lighting. One will be for our sky, direct sky, and second for our lighting. So if I will make it with mix shader node and use the is camera array. So what's happened? So now, as you see, I will put here our sky, and here we can see we don't have anything. So I will separate my sky from the background, and it's very useful to create some very very light mm, emission for our sky and separate it from our direct vision of the sky. It's important. It's very important. I'd like to use some stars for our HDRI, and I will later do this. But now I want only focus to some basic same light. Also, as we can see, if we are using Eevee, we need to use some probes. So I will do it now. I will just create some light probe volume, and let me create separate collection for all the lightings, for all the objects about our lighting. So it will be our light and volume. Let me transfer it here, and now we need to set it's the size of our volume, because it's important to create the same volume to create our probes correctly for our scene. So yeah, basically the most important part will be in the front, but I'm pretty sure that it's important to put all this area here, something like this. Now also I forget, we need firstly to choose some more resolution for our points, and obviously here we don't need too much. We can use 12, 10, but here we need more. We need 20. So now we can make it smaller. The idea is to put these small balls in our scene very slightly, because our lighting will be calculated in this area, and that's why it's so important to do this. But anyway, I will correct it later. Now I just need to set it like this. Here we need to put 100. So now as you will turn on render, you don't see anything, but let me create some light, additional light that we can see here is like the primary and the most important light in this scene, this yellowish scene, a yellowish light. So just create some area point light. Maybe let me put it here, where will be our lamp. Here, yeah. And now we can just increase power And let me choose this yellow color, maybe more saturated and more intensity. S- Something like this, maybe more, I don't know, maybe more to the yellow, maybe more to the, yes, but something like this. You can adjust some radius to make them more soft, maybe too much, and also power. I want more power. That's okay. So now I'd like to bake a volume and try to bake volume, how it will work. When we press this button, we will be able to see how our volume will calculate the position of every ball on this scene. So that's why we can see some lighting for one area. It can be different for the other position of our other area. That's the idea how light baking working for the Eevee, and that's why I'd like to use this baking for this scene. Mm, okay, basically we can see some same logic for our composition, for our lighting. That's why I want to start with this. So okay, now I can see that I can adjust more lighting like this. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. What we can do next? Let me finish some modeling because modeling we still not finished yet. We can see some additional details, this lighting, this furniture, people. It's also very important. I don't know how we can do people. Maybe we will search something similar. Maybe I will do them with AI. Uh, I will choose later. Now I can search some furniture. Let me search something. For example, table, classic table, classic table. I will also create additional collection like furniture, and let's search something round table, classic. Something like this, but I'd like to scale it up. Scale it up. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes we need to save, but let me put it in the where it should be. Mm, Sometimes we need to rotate it. Okay, what's next? Let me search some stool. Also something classic, like we see here. Not necessarily something exactly the same, but with the same design, with the same style. Okay. You also need to make copy with Alt D. I'd like to do this in the front. We also can see you need to select hierarchy and Alt D. Sometimes you can scale it up. It's okay. Okay. Okay, nice. Now let me copy tools. I will use also some different tools because it's obviously we have other one also. Okay. Yeah, let's find some other one. For example, this is okay. Let's copy this table. Okay, we don't see this one, so I will don't waste time. One more here. And this also I will copy better. Okay. Okay. Nice. You can adjust more light. Nice. Yeah. Okay. I can drop some wood material here right now. Why not? So I will use wood floor. Maybe something like this will be okay, but correct tone of this wood. To correct this tone, we need to go and correct hue and saturation just here. And I want more red and more light. 3 is too much. Too much red. Maybe it was okay, but oops, 1.5. Okay, it depends of the light, I think. So I need to work better with this lighting. I'm pretty sure, but it's okay. It's okay. You can see some normalize. Maybe it's better to use normalize. It's just more. Anyway, I will correct it later. Yeah. What's next? What's next? Maybe I want to model this lamp, classic lamp. I don't know. Can I find it here in my? Think I think yes, we can find something similar and not waste time model it. Yeah, I will use this one, but I will remodel it a little bit to repeat this shape. Yeah, where it is. So let me separate this part. Just like that. Oh, it's so everything connected, so we will deselect it, separate, and everything else just delete. Keep only this part. For this part, we will use some emission. So let's use new material lamp, yellow light, assign emission, and select some light, yellow light. Yeah, but make it more like this. Now let me put it origin to this lamp. Let me see where this our perspective, and it should be over here. I think it's okay. Yeah, here we need some curves, and I will create or maybe plane. Just will create plane. Delete these 3 edges and build some similar shape. Just extrude some vertices. Yeah. Here we can see something like this. Now, let me see how it connected to the wall, so you can see something like that. I'm pretty sure that it's not rect, so I'll need to make it like this. Now we can extrude it, and again in other direction. Let me see. This part I will do later. Yeah, so we need to extrude it. Yeah, this part also I will connect later. Yeah. Now I can just drop here a subdivision surface and it will be ok. But we need to adjust some additional loop. I will do it like this. Smooth. And here, create this connection as I said. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will change origin here and scale it a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty similar, so. But as I see, we should disable the shadow for this object. So let's go here and go to the visibility shadow and delete it. I don't want this shadow from this light. Yeah, now it's pretty good. It's pretty same logic of this frame, and I like how it looks now. Let's go next. I think that we have not only one lamp here. I'm pretty sure we can duplicate and make second one, but I'd like to put some additional light here. So here we will have some door material. I will don't set it now, but I'm pretty sure that yes. But also we will use light, yellow light here. Okay, maybe here it will be a little bit different. It will be not so intensive and like this. Okay. What's next? We can adjust this lighting also here in these windows, for example. Let me put it door and it will be the same material, and here some material, for example, this window, this one, and second one. Let me select here this, and here this two. I will use some texture for interiors instead after that, but now I want to see some light there, and it's okay. Yes, great. Uh, and here bottom we should see also something like this. So door and again light. Let me choose these polygons and adjust it. We can randomize this color, but I think with image later it will be better. Yeah, here also we can see some light. So let me adjust it here. Great, great. In the background, we can see here and here. Maybe I'll add more where I want. Yeah, it's okay. So, do you see something similar between these two images? Yes, now we can see every detail, every same trick, every same lighting tip will make us close and close to this position where we should be. So, okay. Okay, here we also see some window and very intensity window, and I'd like to repeat this also here. Maybe I need to shift this more. I will do that. Just extrude and delete this polygon. I will just copy this window. Maybe scale it down. Obviously, it's not very or maybe I'll do this like this. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I think now it's better. We can see some additional light from these two doors. So let me create it here. Let me create it here. I need to separate them firstly. And for this polygon, I will just apply this yellow light also. Okay, very good, very good. What's next? What can we do more? Let's finish these parts that we can see here. For that, I will just adjust some cylinder, and maybe it's too much, 12 only. But the idea is to put it here and like this, scale it down. Yeah. And we can just make insets and delete the polygons. So it will be something like this. Looking similar, and this is the very important. Yeah, maybe I will separate it and make just smooth. Yeah. Okay, here we can put some stone material. Why not? I want to make also better result. So for that, in the ground, we can use some stone stone path. So let me see, because obviously here we can see some stone. This one we can try, or let me see more, or this. Okay, we can scale it up. So let's do this in the UV editor. Oh, it's procedural. Or, oh, interesting. Object. Mm-hmm. If it will be not okay and it's not okay, I will search something other, because procedural, I don't want waste time to understand how it works. Let me search something better. Something better and more beautiful for our situation. Maybe this one, why not? Let me see how it looks like. Yeah, this one is okay. I'm happy with this one. Only I don't understand how to work with these two parts. I will connect them and don't use this. Maybe I will draw it later with material mix. But yeah, it looks okay. Only what I can fix, it's maybe displacement material. How it looks like. Oops. Mm, I think we can make subdivisions to make it more interesting and to make better working of our displacement. So let me see. Yeah, we can make subdivision surface also, but simple and a little bit more. And I think it's too much. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. The only, I think it's too dark maybe, so we can fix it with hue and saturation. I'm pretty sure. Make it a little bit lighter. Maybe 2, 1.5. Yeah. What's next? Volume. I don't know. Is it okay to use volume here? Maybe I will adjust. I will just try to do this for volume fog. How it looks like. I don't know. Will it works okay or not? But maybe okay. So let me see. Here I will just use a new material and it will be volume, principled volume. And this one I will delete and just put volume. So it's too much. Yeah, but let me choose other tone for the color, like don't see any big difference, so I will just eliminate with it now like fog, and maybe only for this part where we have light it will works okay. I don't know, but maybe yes. Let me see again, so I will adjust this. mm, because of this light I think it's a little bit off, so maybe emission color will help. And we can use noise, no? Noise texture to the emission strength. I don't know, will it works okay? We can also some math and divide it to 5, maybe more. 5. Color ramp. Mm-hmm. Yes, we can create some procedural fog. It's okay, but not too much because we don't see it too much here. So the idea is to not only little bit. So just oh, I will don't use too much of the this. We can control the intensity with this one. Yeah. I'd like to not use too much of this. Yeah. So pretty interesting result we have. Let's find some sky with stars just in some stars sky night, just like image, something similar that we can use uh, for this render, but I want something realistic. I want something realistic, and let me see the first. This one is interesting. If tone will be off, I will correct it. So let me see more. Let's make a filter to see only the great with big resolution. Why it's so hard to find something similar? This one is okay. Let's use this one. But I don't want this. I don't want this format that Blender can't read. So need something of JPEG or other one. This one is okay. No. This one. Okay, I will convert it, and because I don't want to waste a lot of time for this, I will just save it and convert. It's okay. It's okay. Not a big problem because I will waste more time just if to, and that's okay. I don't like this gradient, by the way, on this sky. Better to use something more like this one. Yeah, this one I like more. So add more files and convert. This one I will use. It will be great. Uh, so let me go to the our world settings, and I will drag and drop this image here. I will don't change my and pin this image. So let me use this one like my background, and we will correct it with some editing of the coordinates, but I will use a screen. Let me use camera or window better, I think. So 1 1 1. No, it's better camera. I can use also this like a plane, as I remember, because window it's okay, but reflection. Uh, Let me use it like a plane better because I will save the same lighting, but I will use it like a plane. So I will just create plane. It will be better for this situation. And don't worry, it's okay if sometimes I am doing and changing my mind because we need sometimes to do it better way that it can be. So I will delete shadow for this plane and just keep it to the camera raycast sphere. So also, yeah, this okay. So for this plane, I will create new material, and for this material, I will use this texture, exactly this texture, and I will use it for just like directly in the output, and we will correct it this tone of this texture just with the hue saturation, and it will be okay. So for example 3, maybe more, maybe 5, it's too much. 4, 3 and 5, and I'd like to kill a little bit saturation, and we can see that we need to move uh, more to the blue like this. Something similar, I think. So yeah, I think we have something similar. Yeah. Okay, I will kill my screencast or move it a little bit because I don't see nothing. Yeah. So it's okay. It's very good result. So we can move forward. Move forward with this beautiful scene. What's next? What's next? I will clear here my notes. Mhm. What about kill a little bit lighting? No. Like this, it's okay. Mm. Okay, what's next? Here we maybe we can put some brass material. I don't see nothing because of this fog, so let me go here and make it wire. Yeah. So now I can select everything behind. So here we can put some brass material. Brass. Let me see. Something like this, like old brass. But let me see. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. This brass. Here we have some wood, but it's blue. So let me see some wood, but I will change the tone of this wood to the blue and it will be okay. But old wood, obviously old wood. We can see something blue. Let me see what it looks like. It don't looks like blue. So let me see why. Displacement. I think it's because of light. Obviously, this light create very ugly results. So let me use some color, for example, instead of this. And color I will choose like here. And it seems like green. So let me think. Let me think. For example, I will use color. Just color. And yeah. And make mix shader with glossy shader. With a glossy shader, I will make it more dark and not too saturated. Anyway, it looks like ugly without lighting, so we need to solve this, and we can solve it with the light groups. So, for example, we go here and we can attach some lighting to some group. I will fix again this material. I don't want this. I will just go here and put again in the surface. So the idea that we need to separate light and don't make emission to this object. And for that, let me do this for, let me send this to the new collection and with light off, light off. So let me select this light. Let's go to the settings, and I remember that we can fix it here, collection, Add collections, light link in new, and we can make some light link in 4 point. Light off. Okay, so it seems like now it's working for everything, but not for our scene. So I will transfer everything to special collection, lights on, and here everything will work fine. Also, I will send here some furniture. So if I will select this point and I will drop here light on, sorry, I will drop here add collection light on. This one we need to delete and adjust light on. Yes, so now we can see that our wood is not stuck with the with this light, and we can correct also now color. We can correct color by I'd like to send it to emission, because with emission it will work fine, I think, but not too much. Not too much. Maybe I can kill this emission. It's not a good idea. I can create some emission only from this side, only for this door, like this one. So some fake light, like this, but a little bit like this. But the idea is to separate this light nav to the only for this object. So we know how to do that. So let me select this area. I will call it door light. So yeah, sometimes you need to do these things in Eevee, because another way it will not work well. So okay, let's go to the settings and make light linking for this door off. Yeah, so now we can work only with this, and it's very great. It's a great idea, and I like this how it works now. It's working very well. So yeah, now we can see that it's working very, very beautiful. I don't know why, but I want to adjust this lighting. Sure, I don't like these shadows. So here we can adjust emission shader. Just door. One more. Light. Yeah. Very good result. I like it. So what's next? Maybe let's find some material for the for a door. I see that it should be wood, but dark wood. Also, I need to work better with this material, because here now we can see that it's not okay because of the UV mapping. So for that I will just make like this, go to UV editor and make it like this. So now it will be better, but I don't like that I choose only these only these. I'd like to do it more saturated here, so let's do this. Not too much, but more. Yeah, and I don't like too much IOR on it. And maybe let's do more normal maps. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. What's next? Let's find something for the wall. For the wall, and I don't know, but let's search something green for the wall. Oops, it's not wall. Yes, but UV mapping it's have some repeat patterns. I don't like it, and we don't want it here too much. But as we see, lighting is pretty good. I'm sure that here we need to create one more material that will make emission only on this wall and this roof. But I will try to deal it with this shadow. Maybe I will turn off the shadow for this object. I don't like how it looks like. Visibility, shadow, but it's now very intensive. So how to fix it? How to fix this weird shadow? Maybe it's okay. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. The idea now is to fix this lighting. Maybe more. Okay, radius. Influence. We can decrease a little bit influence of this lighting. Yeah, exactly. We don't want too much. Now it's much better. Now it's much better, but not so intense. Yeah, and let me fix the tone of this wall with hue saturation. We will just adjust it, maybe. Yeah, maybe like this. Okay, interesting, interesting. So now, now let's make this door dark. Make this door dark. This one, old door, old wood. I know that it looks like floor, but it's okay. Mm, maybe these parts I will change. UV mapping for them. Yeah, everything else will be the same and okay. What's more, obviously we have some people. Now I will don't stop too much on them. I see some lighting very intensive from here, so I will recreate this effect. Just go and create one more area light and make it from here, uh, because we can see that we have some very cold lighting from there, and we can simulate this light, but only for this part. And let me choose color. Yeah, and we need to control to make custom distance. Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to link all also this light. I need to link only for this object. And can I do this only for the object? Let me see. Let me see. New and fog no. Wall. I no. Area. Let me pin it. Can I pin it? No. Okay, I should move it to separate collection, so I will do this. Just go to the walls, light on new collection. I will create wall. Wall. And link this light to this wall. And also I want to move these parts to this collection. Lights on and wall. So now we can see this effect, and now I'm sure we can increase it and it will be better, much better. Yeah. So now it's something similar and it's okay. It's okay. I want to move this part here. Make mapping again. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this light is too intensive, so I'll just move it. Okay. We are moving forward and it's great. I see too much reflection on this wood. I don't like it. So let's fix this. Let's kill IOR. And let's kill the roughness. Great. Here we also can see some material. Can use some wood maybe, but I don't like the tone of this wood, so I will just make cube projection. It seems like it's floor. No, I don't want floor. I want something like wood. Use other wood. I will use other wood like this. But let me change mapping, rotate it, and scale down. And change a little bit tone of this. With use duration. Something like this. It's okay. Maybe it's too much. Great. Great. Okay. Maybe now I can. Okay, I want to adjust here other material. We can see some metal here, I think. But not all the. Not everywhere. So I will make a. Oops. I will make a connection here, scale it down. And here I want other material. I want some metal profile. Like this one, it's okay. Adjust it and let me make again. Okay, this one we need to scale down. Yeah. I don't know what is that. Maybe it's some window or what. Don't know what to put here. Maybe I will just delete it and put it some windows here. Just copy. I will just turn off. Make other material. Make glass. Glass, but with IR bigger, maybe. Or maybe glossy. Glossy. Glossy better. Or diffuse. I don't know, but this tone it's off. Color. So just color. Nothing more. Okay. Now I will finish this roof. I will model this roof. And this one roof I want to finish. For this one we need to copy this part. We need to create some frame for this roof. It's very easy also, nothing difficult. Maybe not exactly the same that we see on the but close to. Okay. Okay. The fog I will disable because I can't work with. We can also rebuild light now for volume. Yeah. Okay, I'd like now to adjust this frame up. We can see more. one I will invert. Okay, I think it's some fabric maybe, so let me see. Let's use something yellow. Maybe we'll be fine. Hmm, like the correct tone. And maybe let's cut this all. I don't know why we have this here, but mm, let's see. It's create a lot of problems, so I think we can do it other way. I will do it like this. And apply here other material, also like this, but copy it and make it darker. And I will do it also in corners. Yeah, great. Okay, so as you understand, every time we need to think how to deal and how to make exactly the same result as like we see. But for example, now I see that I have a very dark door. I can move just my fog here and it will be fixed because fog will decrease a little bit my dark tones. So every time we need to think how to solve some problems, but how to do this with the tools that we have. So that's why I like to work with Blender. So now let's use some dark metal here. I will just create it by myself. It will be dark metal. And here also. Maybe not too dark, but metal. Great. Okay, so now I can put some wall texture to the mm, right buildings. So let me search some wall. Maybe let's use some stone. Use some stone, but for the bottom layers, I'd like to use other material. For the bottom layers, we can use something other. I'd like to use something shiny, maybe wood. Seems not shiny, but something like this. Okay, okay. Let me see again. We need to compare it. So I see a lot of dark, and I need to solve this. Let me see how can I do this. By adjusting more lighting. But I don't like this solution. Maybe we can fix it in the gamma settings. Yes, in the gamma settings, it's much easier to fix. Yeah. Okay. What's next? I'd like to finish this roof construction here, so let me do this. Make bevels here. But I like to shift it a little bit and separate, by the way. Guess it's difficult to work with one object. So yeah, something like this, and I see more. I just will copy this polygon, move it. Yeah. Mm, can move it more down. It's not important how it looks like behind. The most important to repeat same painting. Okay, and one more. Okay, we can see some hooks also here. Maybe I can create them from here. Just duplicate. I'll do this like this. Yeah, very good. We can see something similar, and it's very good. So I'd like to choose some interior images for the windows. So let me do this. I will just search something in the web. So in the interior windows night emission texture, something like this, just to randomize it and not make it very boring. But also not too new. With texture. And without watermarks. Also important. Hmm. We can use some photo. Can use some photo. It's also a good idea. Yes, just let's use some photo. I don't want to waste a lot of time. So WebP, I think Blender is reading this format. If not, I will find other one. Yeah, so just let's use other one for our windows. Let's go to our material yellow. I will call it Windows emission and use this texture here. So just drag and drop. Yeah, but we need to uh, move it. Uh, just set position for them better in the different parts of this windows. So this way it will be better. Little bit boring, I know, but we need to do that. I don't know, can I do can I use my add-on called Univ and make fill, but make it individual? Yes, I can solve this like this, and it's very beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, it's better. Okay. Okay, for other parts, I need to do the same. Just select this emission, make UV mapping smart mapping, select everything, fill, individual, and scale. Scale it down and move it. Okay. Now it's better. I think we need to fix saturation. Okay. And here for this one, this door, I'd like to fix this. Let's go to UV. Do smart UV. Or maybe I will do project. Project. Just do. Okay, and here we have also do the same UV. Fill, individual. Go to UV. Shader editor. Randomize. This way we can randomize it. And yes, something like this. Very big update will be a just bloom, but we need to turn on here compositor. Now we need to go to compositor, turn on nodes, adjust bloom, and here we can work a little bit with the threshold, I think, and with the strength. Too much. Yeah. Maybe not too much to not create a lot of bloom. I think it's okay. This result is okay. We can see some additional details on the roof. Let's create them. Huh. Yeah. And here also just one more. I'll make it more down. Okay, so I am happy with the results. So I'd like to adjust people. And we are moving to the end. Because this video, I don't want to waste a lot of time to make very exactly the same result. I just want to show logic how I'd like to work. So I see the tree. I forgot about tree, and it's very important. I don't know why I don't see it only now. So let's search something similar, but it's not too heavy for the for this scene. Mm. I don't want something very heavy. It's interesting. Maybe let's try something like this. Oh no, it's very large. Oh, why is these trees are so big? Let me see how this looks like. Uh, let's rotate to do the same uh, logic like this. This. Yeah. Great, great. I like how it looks like. But we can see that we have some problems with green color on this render, so maybe can solve this on the post. I'd like to do this on the post. Yeah, we need to drag tint a little bit, but not too much. And bloom is very strong. Yeah. So something like this. Um, I'd like to adjust also people, but in the Blender it can be a little bit difficult. Also, let me put some wood material, the same like I used here. So I will just select these parts. Uh, this one without this. And this, and link this material. And now Let me use smart UV. No, better box UV. And okay. Maybe let me change a little bit this material because it's very saturated. So in this case, I will just kill saturation. Kill saturation and use it for other objects. Let me turn off this fog. I don't want to see this fog now. So here we have new wood. So I will just select again this parts and this one and link materials again. And now we can separate this color. So now it seems like it's better, much better. And this tree I'd like to make more up and smaller. Yeah. The sky we need to change a little bit now. Okay. Yes, something like this. Something like this. I'd like to adjust people. Do just people, and let me think how to do that. So, can I do it in Blender? Procedural crowd. If not, I will adjust them in the. I will adjust them in the post. Maybe I can find something beautiful. But don't forget to send them on time light on, and it seems like it's okay. Uh, Search something more. This one is okay for this scene, by the way. Okay. These wood planks seems very dark, so I will make them more light. Maybe less contrast. Yeah. And I will disable this displacement. I don't need it. Yeah. This one light can we make not so active? It was door light. Make it maybe blue. Yeah. Let me return fog. Maybe. Yeah, with fog it's much better. Okay, I think we need a little bit more people, not too much. Oops. Okay, and we also need to find one last thing. I don't know how it name on the English, so I will found on Ukrainian language. Oops. Carriage. Carriage. I don't know. Can we find it? I think yes. Yes, sure can. Sure we can. But the horse, it's a little bit ugly. Can you find it better horse? I hope. I hope. Let me see. Oh, why it's so heavy? Okay, can we put some light here? I think yes. Why not? Just select this one and put some light here. Uh, Light. Windows, as I remember. Windows emission. And let mm, me put it here. Yeah, great. And I want to add some last point of light only in this place behind the carriage. So like here, but make it more intensive. And I want to make greenish color like this, something like this. Yeah, but maybe not so intense. Yes, yes. So pretty good result, I think, for this scene. Maybe let's copy this light here and make the copy here. Under the tree. Let me see. No. Okay. Interesting. Result is very interesting. I'd like I'd like to adjust this mask on the ground, and that's all for today. So let me show you how I will do that. So I will just create one more UV map, adjust it, like unwrap, create new channel. Let's go to this shader, to this shader of these paying stones, and we will create just mix shader, mix shader, mix shader, and image texture. I will create new one just for 2K, sorry, 2K, that will be called dirt, and the drive UV map for it will be in created UV map that we did. So let's use UV dirt. So this texture will control our mix shader. So I will just copy this shader the same, but we will don't use normal map. We will just use roughness, and I'm not sure about displacement, but maybe it's okay. Let's use this, and we will don't use any material based color. So the idea is just like this. So we will mix it, but we need to draw this. Let me firstly see how looks like our UV mapping. We need to fit it, uh, fit by X and Y. I'd like to fix it like this. Okay, now we can draw on this map. Let me do this. Go to the paint, texture paint, and let's wait a little bit. So the idea, if I will paint here with the white color, it will be white, but if not, so not. But let me see. Yes, so I will just decrease uh, my brush and repeat these trails. I don't know what is that, but let's repeat these trails. Yeah, so something like this. And let's save this like a mask. So if we will go to the image editor and the dirt, we need to save this texture to the project. So I would just call it PNG dirt, and yeah, now it's saved. Basically, we now mixed two textures, but I'd like also to mix displacement with this logic. So displacement, not displacement, but it seems it's not working, so we can do it other way. We can control our scale also by this texture. So just let's move everything here and go to the scale. So now we can see we need to invert it. We need to invert this invert color to the scale. So, and also let's use color ramp. A little bit kill intensity. To kill intensity, we need to decrease this color, I think, or increase this color. Yeah, correctly. So that's how we will make difference between these two materials. But as I said, I don't want normal map, any normal map here. I will just look how it looks like. So it seems like it's because of roughness. Or what? Let me kill this displacement and just use normal maps. So this way I will be able to make better, and I will just use some image texture for the base color. I don't know which one, but let me see what I have here. Uh, Maybe let's adjust new material and copy from there. I will add, for example, some sand or something like this, or dirt. Let me add sand. Yeah. And this sand we will use like a second texture for here, second material. So just like this, like normal, and like roughness. Let me see now how it looks like. So now we can see some sand that is mixed with the stones, and it's interesting. We can try displacement to put it, and a little bit control better. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much. Let me adjust more. White. Yeah. We can work better with this texture, with this dirt texture. For example, let me show you what I mean. Let's paint again, texture paint, but kill little bit strength. So we can just adjust it not so sharp, and this way it will be more beautiful and more realistic, mixing with these two textures, I think. Yeah. We can adjust it also here where people are moving. Let me do this. Make it more believable. Yeah, let me follow the reference, and sure, we can see that we have some sand here, and it's okay. It's okay to use it. Uh, we can also invert and erase something sometimes. But the idea is to use it. Use this technique of mixing texture in Blender. So now we can see that we have something more interesting, and I'm not sure about the displacement, by the way. Yes, it's better without. So okay, so it's something like this. I like result. I'm very happy with result, and I think I can stop on this point. So now we can put it on the render, on the final render, and do the better resolution. I think I can also turn on fog. Yes, I now have the fog. So yeah, we can now work and render it, create better resolution, better result. But the idea is like it's working on the Eevee, and I think I'm wasted 2.5 hours to this scene, but I'm happy with the result. So just try to repeat some interesting and popular paintings of the artist, very popular artists like Van Gogh, like I did, and it will be very interesting experience for you how to repeat the same lighting, the same position, the same logic. Now I only want to try one interesting trick that it's available now in new Blender, and it's called Paint Filter. It's very interesting, and I'd like to try this now. Uh, it's something like this, and we can see that uh, Blender can now generate a painting filter. So we can choose different can choose different presets, uh, and it's interesting. Oil paint, interesting how it looks like with oil paint. So maybe we can generate something interesting, something close to the that we can see here. Sure, it will be a little bit different, or not exactly the same how it's painted in reality, but mm, it's interesting. Interesting to work with it, with these new tools from the Blender. We have sharpness. We have pooling. Accidents color. I don't like how it looks like. Canvas. Mm. Oh, we can increase the canvas. Scale. Overlay texture of the canvas. Also, I think it's very important is the size here. If we are adjusting size, we have some interesting texture of the painting. So let me keep like something like 15. And simplification, it's also interesting parameter. Yeah, so something like this, I can render it, and I think it's a very good result. Maybe I can adjust some sharp diamond sharpener, maybe. No, one not sharpness. I want to adjust some. Let me see. Uh, but no, without better. So yeah, I think it's good. It was interesting experience because I never did it before. I never used this feature, by the way, before this lesson. Before I tried it, and I never rendered something like this in the Eevee, by the way. So let me also make high resolution render. And yeah, you can try repeat some interesting painting, as I said, from the some popular artist, and uh, and that's it. Let's wait for the final render, and I think it will be the end. Okay, it's rendered, but we need to wait for the paint filter. Now let's wait. A little bit difficult for the PC, for the video card, but we can see that it's interesting. It's very interesting result. But we need to understand that if we want better resolution, we need to adjust scale of this effect. So I will do this now. I will go here, composition, and let me see. Maybe I will make 100, and it will be okay. I don't want too big resolution for this render. Yeah, now it's better. Now it's more interesting texture. So that's it. I think it's interesting experience. So just follow this lesson. You be sure that you have your add-ons. For example, Blender Kit. It's very useful for 3D models. You can find some other models, not important, but the logic is like to repeat the same render. So I will just save it like final, and that's it. That's it. If you have some questions, you can ask me in the comments. I will try to explain you if something not working or you don't understand something. I will try to explain and help you. So thank you for the attention, for your time, and see you later.